We're on the phone right now with Sarah Haynes, a good friend of Amanda Eller. Can you tell us the progress of the search for Amanda and what's your thoughts at this point?
We have been searching for quite a few days now. I think day 4 today. You know, the police said that when somebody's lost, it usually takes 2 or 3 days to find them, so we're only a day past that. You can live without food if you have access to water for many weeks. So this is a very small amount of time for an incredibly physically and mentally strong woman. We hope she's out there. We have no reason to believe that she isn't out there. And we don't know if she's fallen and has a concussion or if somebody's harmed her out there. We just know that she headed off down that trail and her car was left there. So we need to go on the assumption that she is out there and that we only have limited time to find her. And we are working really hard to find her. Obviously, we're also simultaneously looking at anybody she's ever had a problem with, everybody close to her, pulling footage from the local shop on their security cams, pulling residential footage that points toward the street. We're doing everything we can to find out when her car went up there, did she come back down with somebody else? So, this is 2 completely separate investigations in one.
You indicated that the family is coming down for a press conference tonight. Where are they coming from?
Her family lives in Maryland, but they were actually on vacation when they got the news. I apologize. I think it was Borneo. They were diving somewhere when they got the news, so they've immediately had to try to get back to this country and then proceed to get themselves to Hawaii. So they have been on standbys. They're doing everything they can, but they are all arriving today. Most of them have texted me and gotten onto a flight overnight. So they're arriving today. They're going to go straight to the search location, and they will immediately search. They want to see and feel where she most likely is, and they want to know that they've been on the ground looking for their family member. After it gets dark, we're doing a press conference in the nearby area.
Okay, and then tell us a little bit about Amanda. It seems like she has a great support system here despite being from off-island.
Yeah, she does. I mean, she's been living here for a while. She is a yoga instructor, and she's a physical therapist. She has a lot of clients. She has a lot of friends. She's part of a variety of yoga communities, and everybody is stepping up to help. They're making giant neon signs. They're out searching. They're, contacting us and offering to do anything asked of them. So, yeah, she's got a really lovely friendship network. I only moved to the island 10 months ago myself. I've met her. I've had dinner with her. She's lovely. I'm quite close with her boyfriend, and he does not want to leave that forest, and he is searching every waking moment. So I'm handling this aspect for him.
How much area has been covered, and how many people do you think have been involved in the
Hundreds of people a day. And in terms of the area, it's so hard to answer that question. If you were to go out and go on a run on an open trail, that area has been covered hundreds of times by hundreds of people because they have to get to the other areas. If you were to be feeling extremely adventurous and taking tiny trails, we believe we have covered them all, but it's entirely possible we've missed a few because there are so many. If you are asking about ravines, canyons, things like that you have to trudge through the woods and the mud and go over fallen trees and that sort of thing, very few of them. The ones where we've heard noise, the ones where we see a ability to get there that somebody might utilize. So, when there's fallen trees and, foot of mud, would Amanda go there? So we're trying to pick our best spots. But of course, if she met foul play out in the forest and somebody harmed her, she could easily be in any one of those very remote locations. Now, this is a heavily wooded area. You could miss something 10 feet from the trail. You can take that forest all the way to Hana. So much of it not looked at all, but mostly on the deep outskirts. We have gotten as far as the bordering properties. We are asking experienced hikers and climbers to please come to the Makawao Forest starting 7 a.m. this morning and every day for the, foreseeable future until we find her. The areas we need to cover at this point are going to have fallen trees, steep ravines, need ropes, need really experienced climbers, rappellers, that sort of thing. So we don't want anybody to get hurt. We're asking everybody to bring a GPS phone fully charged with a backup battery if possible to GPS link with a friend who is not going with them. For instance, on iPhone, there's Find My Friends, there's Life 360. Get yourself tracked by somebody you trust to make sure you come home. Check in with us when you arrive and go in pairs. And if they have a loud whistle, to please bring it and do their best to search while staying completely safe. We do not want to be looking for more than one person out in this forest. It is some treacherous terrain in some areas. Kimberlyn Scott, who's been Charlie Scott's mother, she's kind of starting to pick up press for me. So any other questions, you can also contact her. Our Facebook page is vulnerable, honest, and forthcoming with information. We have not been asked to withhold any information at this point. Obviously, we would if we thought it was important to this case. But for now, everything on there is everything we know, and it's updated constantly.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And if you need any help or have further information, just please let us know.
Yeah, I hope it is a help. 3 things. Number 1 is we have a $10,000 reward for any information leading to her safe return. Number 2 is the police and the fire department are scaling down their support on site. There were hundreds of people there yesterday. There's going to be a handful of people at the most today in terms of police and fire department. Now is when we need the public to step up, and we need only experienced hikers, rappellers, and mountain bikers who can cover large terrain and difficult terrain. We're going to need that until we find her. She can live many weeks without food if she has access to water and it's a rainy area. We need to put that call out every single day at 7 a.m. We are looking, and we need teams of people. That said, we don't want anybody to go and get hurt. Number 3, if you're not an extremely qualified hiker, please, if you would download our flyer, copy it, and put it up in your local areas, it would be really helpful. We have incredible flyer and large neon poster coverage in Paia and Makawao. We have almost nothing in Kahului. We need to start spreading out and getting the rest of the island covered. Everybody's done a great job, and we've run out of flyers. We're having another 3,000 printed today, and we will name distribution points where you can pick those flyers up on our Facebook as soon as they're done being printed, which will be tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much, Sarah.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Okay, you take care.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.